Hello, my name is Creostix, and welcome back to Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments, where we have just solved the Kew Gardens drama last time, and because of how the game operates, I have to, start the next case from here, since I didn't, stop playing in between cases here. So, let's do this, and let's go. And it is a half-moon walk. Interesting. Right, and there's the achievement for getting the last case done. Cool, good, excellent. Give us a minute, I'll just check that again. I have to be on point about some stuff that I don't miss what I need to get for some achievements and so on. Cool.
Where are you going, Holmes? Have you been invited somewhere?
We have been invited, Watson.
We have. Where to?
To the Baker Street Irregulars' annual dinner. They sent us an invitation. It is on the table.
A dinner? How could those street urchins afford anything like that? I can't understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet.
Watson, you should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year. Read the menu. Sounds mouth-watering.
All right. We, the secret police of Baker Street, invite you, Sherlock Holmes, and Dr. Watson to our annual dinner. Menu, entree, frozen rat head salad. Is this a joke?
Not at all. Pray continue.
Main course, sow's udder in Danny Nutcracker's way. Sounds disgusting, Holmes. Hedgehog goulash. Street turnips in homemade juice. And it goes on.
I can hear them on the stairs now.
Well, we can't go there. We can't eat that.
Watson, you'll hurt the feelings of those poor children. We have to go.
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes!
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us. You don't look well, my young man. Is there something wrong? Don't tell me the dinner is cancelled.
Mr. Holmes is my brother Leighton. He's in a prison cell. They say he's killed 2 men.
Professor Leighton.
You have to help us, Mr. Holmes, because I know he didn't do it.
Where is he now?
From what I've heard, they took him to the yard, and they gave him a good beating already. You know what they're like. They'll hang him. They won't look any further.
Holmes, we have to help him.
And forget about the dinner? Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene. You'll be there, right? It's on Half Moon Street in Whitechapel.
Very well.
Very well. Hold on. First things first. We got some stuff again. Oh, sure, let's grab the deadly plant as the souvenir. The safest thing in the world. It's fine. Alright. And just a quick check that I have all... condemn, blind justice, condemn, arrest, condemn. Yeah. So, let's see. The Times. Sensation. An exotic method of murder. The arsenal of our present-day criminals may soon be refilled with poisonous plants. A young and beautiful woman, in collaboration with her colleague at Kew Gardens, planned the terrible murder of their director, Mr. Montague Dunn. Only one detective was capable of uncovering the truth behind a tragedy that was initially believed to be a simple heart attack. That detective's name is Sherlock Holmes. Cole Phelps for Sherlock Holmes. That would be pretty good. That would be pretty good, I have to admit. Or Cole Phelps versus Sherlock Holmes versus Ace Attorney versus Professor Layton. That's like the whole quadruplecta of the best of the best. Yeah. All right. Toby, where's Toby? Hi.
Hello, Toby. All you need now is a shawl and a mop cap, and you could be Mrs. Hudson's younger sister.
Dog fancier achievement. Interacted with Toby in every case. I remembered. Cool. We have checked on Toby every time. We have earned our gamer score. Yes. All right. I think now we're good to go. Yeah. So which way did you want to go first? Your crimes? Yeah, crime scene. Sure. Yeah. Let's go. Loading, thank you. Lovely. This reminds me of the Jack the Ripper thing. It's the loveliest part of London every day of every week of every year. Hi. That's the wrong way around. Sorry. Here? Maybe? Also, what's in the... Is your mind open to communication with the denizens of the spirit world? Find out on Thursday, May 6th at 7:30 p.m. The Booksmith with raffle prizes, nourishment all sorts, authors in period dress, photographs with phantoms, paranormal teen romance. Well, a ghostly appearance by Lemony Snicket. All right. Man, it's dark. Hello.
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow. I was here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes, back in '88. But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
How do they speak?
Of course, Marrow. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving.
All right.
Who were the victims?
The two men here, both shot. The stab fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth Butler, a jeweller by trade.
All right.
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were two other witnesses who said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
All right.
So, Constable Marrow, I should be delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side that you came from.
Yeah.
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. But I saw the two victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the two dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by two police constables.
Okay.
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky. They were so loud I couldn't hear anything else.
All right.
What were the fireworks in honor of, Constable?
Well, today's Queen Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
Yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now, of course.
I remember also in the Sherlock TV series in the modern day, they mentioned that Sherlock may sometimes forget like the simple stuff when he thinks of all the weird things, you know? Details in Half Moon.
Constable Marrow, What else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Constable, your statements have been of great value to me.
I will sell them on eBay. Thank you. Yes.
A fairly long pole with a forked end.
Point of objects of interest. So okay. Let's see. Plates. Stuck object. Piece of wood.
A piece of wood that has stuck between the cobblestones. Let us take a closer look.
Maybe an end of a, I don't know, cane, like a walking cane, maybe, or a, like it looks wooden. This is the thing. So I don't know.
This shard of wood is quite new.
Or a piece of a ladder, or... Well, any sort of stick, really, that's narrow and long. Well, not narrow, but, you know, more long than wide. Head wound.
The bullet struck his head. This man didn't stand a chance.
You'd be surprised. Many people walk away from those.
This is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens.
Maybe it is the key to his heart. Oh, that was simple. Then you.
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant. The bullet penetrated his stomach, a dreadful wound.
Yeah, those are not an easy way to go.
A tattoo from Westgate Prison. Vicotti must have done some time there. Brian Vicotti suffered greatly. What a terrible way to die.
Alright. So that's that. Is there anything else to... Well, this looks really, really dark. I doubt that I can... Unless I can grab a lantern or something. Hi. I'll talk to this first.
Good evening, Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Varro reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective gentleman?
Jan Brazil, hello!
I've heard of you. And well, I know things about this evening.
Excellent. Might we hear your story?
Cool. Hi, welcome, Jan Brazil. I'm extremely hot today because it's boiling outside. It's like 32 in the shade or whatever, and it's gonna get worse tomorrow too. But other than that, and I mean, you know, some health woes and so on, but you know, it's always ups and downs, isn't it? But I hope you're doing good, and thanks for I'm glad to have you here. Alrighty, let's check on what is here. Oh, metal clasp, balaclava, Crimean War, war veteran, right? Requires support, weak leg, limping. I didn't see any. Oh, no, yeah. Missing buttons, poor life. Right.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard 2 gunshots from outside.
Please continue.
I quickly got up and I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
Mr. Turner, did you see anyone
Doing great.
else
Glad
in
to
the
hear.
street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
Were the 2 shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is an interesting comment. Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the Half Moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
You have helped us a great deal, Mr. Turner.
Alright. Conflicting statements. Mr. Turner stated that he remained at the window of his flat until the police arrived. However, this is in conflict with Marrow's statement, as the constable did not see anyone at the window. That's fair. Alright,
I'll do anything to save my brother, Mr. Holmes.
okay, so you're not an interviewable NPC. Let's go talk to the flower seller. I hope there's nothing to pick up in or examine in the meanwhile. Whitechapel High Street, Half Moon Street. Right. Okay. Hi.
Mrs. Powell?
What do you want?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
Odd that I can't do a character portrait, but okay.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
Yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began, in honour of Queen Victoria. I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand. He was like a ghost, and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him, because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He had no time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
Interesting.
Mrs. Powell, did you hear the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the fireworks?
Makes sense.
Did you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
My thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
Alright, that part's done. So, do I now go to the... Oh, I should talk to... maybe... talk again to this dude? Yeah.
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime, is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
Charlotte, hi, welcome. I'm doing. It's always ups and downs, right? But I've been worse too. is just locomotiving on or something. And anyway, I hope you're doing well too. Played this game ages ago on 360. It's so fun. Yeah, it has been fun for sure. Bit of a time too. Yeah, it's on one hand some health stuff are like ugh, but then again some other stuff are good. The weather is maddeningly hot. It's like 32 degrees in the shade and no AC, so awesome, good, thanks. But still, as thinking positive, as far as I have enough energy to stream and do this, I call win. So there's that. But welcome, glad to have you here. And this has indeed been a fun game to go through for sure. Okay, so contradiction.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts coming from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Yes, he has a limp.
Mr. Turner appears to live very modestly.
Well, I mean, he has space though. Just saying, this is a big place. Yeah, the walls are a little run down and all, but there's a lot of room here. Like a lot. Damn. Oh no, it's the only cool day here. It's 12 Celsius from like 19 plus for weeks. Oh yeah. I'd take 19 plus any day of of ever. It's been like 30 plus for 3 days Celsius, and it's gonna be worse tomorrow. Like tomorrow, I hear we're gonna break the all-time record of heat in June. That's nice. So yeah, and basically it's gonna be hot for a long time because that's how global warming works. Alright. Let's see. Oh, kitchen table. Sweepings. Shredded paper. Ah.
There are pieces of shredded paper scattered over the table.
Very, very small pieces, it seems. It's still hot for me. That is, I'd take 19 every time. I would have to go on stereotypes, but where's all the snow gone? Snow was in winter, and now it's June. It's midsummer. Midsummer is effing hot in Finland. Well, summer anyway. So we have literally 4 seasons in Finland, meaning the hottest days in the summer are like plus 30 and maybe a bit more, and the coldest days in winter are minus 30 Celsius. Can be more like 20 really, but like still, like I think I've seen like the record being maybe in the 30s, but usually the coldest days in winter are like 20, 25 at most. But so, and then spring and autumn are in between all of that. So it's complete 4 seasons, and summers are hot and they suck. And in the midsummer, we are so far up north that there's basically no night at all. After even in the southern tips of Finland, there's only a few like hours of actual dark in some sense, like that of the sun going below the horizon and then it comes back up again after a couple of short hours in midsummer. Like, it sucks. It's way too hot for that. The light is good, the hotness is not.
This kitchen knife is quite sharp. This kitchen knife was used to cut the paper.
Why would you cut paper with a kitchen knife? I don't understand. Like, I realize you live modest, but don't you just surely scissors don't cost a lot.
So, that's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the window.
Yeah, I think technically here we don't have a proper night in the UK for a bit, but I'll send to the yeah, like I would take cold so hard right now.
The dead body of Kenneth Butler. Brian Vercotti's contorted corpse. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
Yeah. Oh.
This fire is dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago.
Alright. Fire. Ashes. Burnt paper. And... I'll just grab it with my bare hands, it's fine. It's quite cool, as Gandalf would say. Just Sherlock Holmes is so smart, he can just touch fire and it's fine. Somehow.
The papers are almost entirely burned. I am unable to see what's written here.
Yeah.
These words are illegible. The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
Couldn't you take them with you to your chemistry set and do some magic with them? Oh. Few degrees hotter than Finland, yeah.
The books on this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry here a short while ago.
Oh. Oh. It is a piece of wood from the yes.
A perfect match.
Haha.
So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims.
Alright.
Mr. Turner was roused from his bed by the sound of gunshots.
Oh, I can imagine stuff. Okay, so that's one. No, that is not placed. Cut papers. I mean, surely this is the second one, right? Is there anything between here and the bodies? What an interesting spot for a flower pot, since it's kind of hard to reach there. I don't think there's anything between here. So, okay. Approach the body. Took something. Yeah, okay. Then... Hi, my name is Sherlock. I'm the android sent by Scotland Yard. Yeah. I am impervious to fire, which is somewhat concerning. Okay, so cut paper and through like what? Why would he feel the need to cut paper instead of throwing it any? Okay, so let's, for the sake of argument, right? Try this. So he got up, went up, took some stuff, comes back up, got some paper, throws stuff in the fire.
No, it didn't happen this way.
Damn. Okay. So there's. I kind of... I need to just point out that it's kind of impossible to guess, like, the order when he comes back in here, though. Just saying. Okay, so did not cut paper with knife. Like, that is so odd. What paper is he cutting? Why? Okay, so for the sake of argument, again, but I doubt... we'll see. Because I somehow doubt that he did any of the other stuff inside before going to the bodies.
No, it didn't happen this way.
Okay. And the final... Well, let's see. Okay, so Listen, could you just, like, tell me what you did? Like, this is kind of dumb guesswork, because there's no way to know. There's literally no way to know. Like, how would I know? Like actually, how, like what deductive reasoning tells me the order of those? At all. Ah.
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find?
And the question is, where do you get this clairvoyance based on nothing? Just... I know you're Sherlock Holmes, but we didn't really examine how you reached this conclusion, but okay, cool.
I can see prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer look.
Sure. I can see these greasy fingerprints in this book, therefore it must have been that he went... Came up, placed a walking stick in the thing, cut some papers, threw the papers into the fire, because there's greasy fingerprints in a Moby Dick book. I'm like, yeah? Yeah, magic. That's what it is. It's... Yeah, I don't even know. Don't remember playing this case. Yeah, I can imagine.
Well now, what a find. A precious jewel. Concealed inside a book.
Why do you have a... Oh, did you cut into the book while you were doing the... Oh. Is that what you were doing? I see.
A bracelet with a unique ram's head design. A distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era.
Cool. Alright. Spill your beans. And I don't mean the stuff you were cooking. And here we are.
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly, despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
Limp?
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
Ain't that the truth, but yeah.
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
Press X to doubt. There. Antique bracelet.
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then, and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
A Moby
Mr.
Dick
Holmes,
book.
please don't
Like-
send me to prison.
li-
I didn't
like
do
a
anything
dick.
bad.
Yes.
I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
Wait. Sherlock, I realize your law degree may be a bit more advanced than mine, but he took a bracelet from a dead body and a murder victim and gave a false statement to the police. I think that's like 3.5 felonies right there. You are not a criminal. Well, I mean, whatever is the UK equivalent of a felony, but like, I think he's a criminal. Maybe not a, a morally 100% deprived person, but I am pressing X to doubt on Sherlock as well at this point. I'm not sure he knows what a criminal is. Sherlock just does Sherlock. It's, yeah. Wait, listen, Holmes, that's not how the law works. We need to call Legal Eagle on the YouTubes and be like, hey, listen, is a person a criminal if they go into a murder scene, take the valuables of the murder victim, then lie to the police about it, and conceal said precious stuff he stole from the murder victim? Is he there then a criminal, or do we get like, oh, but I'm poor exception into the law? Is there like a section 3 rule 4 subsection B-1, unless the person is poor then it's fine? That's and book destruction too, a bit from the library. I mean, sure, it could be, you never know. All right, so anything else we need to? Okay, search the archives for the bracelet. Let's go to Baker Street. Yes. All right. There we are. That's 20 years just destroying a classic there. I mean, yeah. I mean, how many books did he have? And he chose to destroy Moby Dick. And I'm like, you gotta have some sort of a trash, random romance novel of no value whatsoever. Why do you go cutting up Moby Dick? Like, what's wrong with you, man? Like, like, it's by the very least a crime against culture or arts or something. like find a Twilight book somewhere and just like I mean, the equivalent of a Twilight book, I mean, and then just like boop 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 boop. All right, encyclopedia, boobly boobly boo. Let's see. Antique bracelet found Mr. Turner's flat, decorated with distinctive ram heads. Ooh. Let's see. Encyclopedia sounds more useful than the rest. Let's see. Greek history?
That is not the one I need.
I might as well try. Oh, wow. That was a wild guess. These beautiful antique jewels represent a part of the Hellenistic treasures collection. Depicted are the 5 heads of mountain rams upon a bracelet, necklace, and ring, each made of pure gold. Better for kindling. Exactly. The 5 rams of Mytilene have been missing from the museum since 1889. So at this point for like, what, 12, 13, 14 years?
Here it is.
Oh, it wasn't the Greek
I
one
need
just
to
because
continue
Sherlock
my
said no. Yeah.
research in my archives.
Yeah. This antique bracelet is Greek from the Hellenistic era. And I'm like, okay, I'll check Greek. No. Okay then. Cool. I don't know what led me to the conclusion it could be the Greek thing, but okay then. Fair enough. Okay, oh, search more archives. I see. 1885. So again, year tends to be newspapers. There we are. Hellenistic treasure stolen. Boom. The Strand, a treacherous theft. The Hellenistic treasures were stolen yesterday evening while being transported by cab on their way from the British Museum to the Glassford Fine Art Exhibition. Pawnshop owner Kenneth Butler contacted Scotland Yard that night and provided information regarding a gentleman who had attempted to sell him a collection of historical art at his pawnshop in Church Street. The police have since captured the described man, a professional thief by the name of Vincent Foley, who had been in the process of escaping London via the port. He was recognized by the surviving driver of the cab that had transported the collection of Hellenistic treasures. Vincent Foley refused to confess as to where the remainder of the treasures were hidden. He was eventually imprisoned. The lost treasures are still to be found.
Here it is.
Here it is. So it was the butler,
One of
yes!
the victims, Kenneth Butler, was involved in the story of the stolen Hellenistic treasures. A visit to his pawn shop should tell me more.
You need to be very careful when pronouncing pawn shop, because it's very easy to mishear that being not safe for work. Just saying. Let's go. Ye old pawn shop, yes. Although, I mean, to be fair, I mean, it's still, I'm under the impression it's still then, if I know my old English correctly, it is still pronounced then the old pawn shop, right? Because the Y is not a Y, it's a TH for thorn, right? You probably know this one as a person from the neck of the woods. But I'm under the impression that the Y is not a Y in the old things, right? Maybe. It's an old letter for thorn, I think. Maybe. No idea. I looked these things up to find and promptly forget. Okay, cool. I can relate. That looks very much like Peter Cairns, but not quite. The first case's murderer. Can I go to the bar and have a good time? You seriously give our education system too much credit? Well, I mean, you know, I give you credit. I assume you to be a smart person. Yes, that is the safe assumption. Key.
Mr. Butler's key matches the lock perfectly.
Oh, good. So we don't need to lockpick it then. Ladder. Ooh. Right.
A flare pistol. Perhaps it was pawned by a destitute sailor.
Maybe. Right. I gotta say again, I realized that some of the textures are slightly low poly in the poster text and so on, but I love the interior graphical art style design of this game. Like, every place I step into looks like a very atmospheric 1890-something London, like a gloomy, just oozing with atmosphere place. I like these indoor designs. They just look good. Assume incorrect, but thanks. You're selling yourself short, I'm sure.
Crampons and a sharp ice axe would only be brought here by a mountaineer.
Or maybe, well, you know, Trotsky isn't going to be a thing for a while with the ice axe, but that's a bit of a different story.
The ram's heads. This necklace belongs to the 5 Rams of Mittelin collection. Interesting. That means that Kenneth Butler owned a part of this collection all this time, 10 years after the theft.
Alright. Hello, Kenneth. I remember you once told me about 3 pieces of golden jewelry with ram heads from ancient Greece. You still got them, right? Well, good news for you. I found a man loaded with money who is crazy about those jewels. He's ready to fork out a small fortune. I can arrange a meeting with his money bag for you, but I want you to cut me in on the deal. I'll be waiting for you at the crossing of Great Alley and Half Moon Street on Sunday evening before the fireworks, Brian Bercotti, which is the other victim. Oh, same, yeah, I don't think I had third person on somehow, I thought, but yes, the train level, I stay looking at the... Yeah. First person, I mean, yeah. I use first person because it's just, I find it easier to move around. The movement is, like, delayed and weird for me in third person in this one, but just yeah, the train level, that interior design was like, it was just so good. I also remember wondering in my mind, at least in the first case, in the garden when Captain whatever he was harpooned into the wall. And I was wondering about the cabin he always stayed at drinking. Like, I was like imagining how he was like spending his time drinking a lot and like looking at his like maps and logbooks and all the sailing paraphernalia and so on. And like, it's almost like, you know, it's such an interesting notion. Revisiting Tomb Raider to get the 2 remaining single-player trophies. Ooh, go for it! I'm rooting for you, handsome Jackster. Yeah, remember it was a bit clunky. I might have the game on Steam to play if my laptop can cope really want to play. Oh, cool. The same. Yeah. I have most of these on PC, not this one I think, but I have the older ones at least. But the problem is, at least way back when, the Awakened game had a fatal crashing bug at an unavoidable spot, so it kind of like stopped there. And the Jack the Ripper one is so poorly optimized for modern PCs that it just wouldn't like remain stable. It just crashed every 15 minutes. It was kind of unplayable. I have done Jack the Ripper before on 360 way back in the day. It was super. The Jack the Ripper Sherlock Holmes game it has its problems, but I really enjoyed it nonetheless. It's very atmospheric. Easy Trophies one's a bit grindy. Okay, cool. I think I got the older ones on Humble Bundle or perhaps the CD keys. Shame they don't work well for you. Yeah. I'd need to maybe try and fight with them a bit more, like, you know, these, you know, compatibility modes maybe and so on. They might eventually, you know. Handsome Jack the Ripper. Yep. Burglary motive. The search for the missing Hellenistic treasures could be the motive for the crime that was committed in Half Moon Street. Mr. Turner picked up the bracelet directly after the murder, but the ring is still missing. Right.
It looks as though Mr. Butler kept a careful record of his operations.
You kinda should, even if you're a criminal, so you know where your money is. But just don't write down your crimes in broad daylight, though. Just you gotta be careful about that, though. All right. So we good? Yeah, seems so. Hi? Cool. Alright, Scotland Yard. Tuesday 16th did a murdering. There we go. Alright, let's see.
Mr. Holmes,
Hi.
whatever brings you here so late at night?
Cheese.
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested earlier this evening and accused of a double murder.
I beg your pardon? That case is quite clear to the police.
As every other
Are
one
there
I've
any
saw
new
that you were
facts
wrong
we
on.
don't know about.
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with a revolver in his possession, which you can find in the evidence room. The suspect himself is in custody.
Did you find anything else on his person?
A few personal belongings. Nothing particular, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, Lestrade.
And now let's solve the crime for Lestrade. Shapes of noses. That is some inspector level galaxy brain police work at work. Yes, cool. Carry on, Lestrade. Let's go catch them noses. Yes. Do. I mean, I'm just sometimes the set dressing. I don't even know.
These cigarettes are filled with cheap tobacco. Nothing interesting.
Yeah.
A cheap watch, bought with his own money, no doubt. So this is the gun that Leighton was holding when he was caught by the police. It is a Webley revolver, a reliable weapon.
Yeah. Gun safety for the win. It's fine. Okay, let's take a really good look. Maybe we'll solve the case if we really take a good, hard, long. Yes, it's one step below that face structure shows criminal tendency. Yeah. It's not the exact same thing as yeah. Bullet. Yeah. I mean, there is a bullet in though, like, or at least there's at least some fired, but some in. Not sure if it's in the actual. Yeah.
It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder.
I'm not the expert on old revolvers. There you go.
2 out of the 6 shells have been fired. There were 2 shots.
Yes, it's just like the Pfizer vaccine. There's 2 shots. Yes. Word smart to record out severity and butterfly. Yeah, that would totally fit. Hey. Let's do some deductive reasoning. Double murder. Okay, Butler and Brian Bercotti were the victims of a double murder carried out by one person. Maybe. but who the hell knows? Compelling evidence. The witness testimonies and the crime weapon clearly point to one possible culprit, Leighton Chapman. We'll see. We'll see. I'm just doing deductions here. It's fine. Pfizer Club here got my first on Tuesday. Ooh, I got my first. At some point in May. I forget the day. My second one is at some point in July. And then we'll be fully loaded with shots. Yes. Then will be shots fired. Yes. Simultaneous shots or firing position. Nice. Exactly. Yeah. And I'm glad you've had yours too. For the first one, at least in moving forward on the, because then life can maybe go back to something like normal. Like, man. Pfizer 2 fully loaded. Exactly, yeah. Turner could hear the contrast between the two fired shots, as in fact 3 shots were made. At first, a single shot was fired and then 2 guns fired simultaneously directly afterwards. He did mention that the other shots sounded louder. Simultaneous sounds very lucky, though. We'll see. Firing position, Turner, but I'm not saying impossible, but Turner could hear that the contrast between 2 fired shots as they were made from different points. This seems more likely, but we'll see. Have I now checked everything else? Seems so. Oh, I can still actually do the for the sake of argument, right? So if this is simultaneous, then does that lead to something? Okay. Am I missing a... Hold on. Common statement, all. Long lost art, or lootless, yeah. 2 victims, yeah. Okay. There we are. Let's go have a... which game took you the longest if we're talking about achievement hunting? Oh! That is an excellent question. I guess in a manner of speaking, Forza Horizon 4, I still have some stuff I need to do, and the amount of hours is probably gargantuan. But it's such a fun game to drive around in, so you wouldn't think of them being as long as they are. So in a matter of hours, maybe that. The Witcher 3 games also, like, especially the first time I went through Witcher 3, I had to do 2 playthroughs because one on I had to learn the game first and then do Death March later, and then the DLCs. So all the achievements in all of Witcher 3 took a pretty long time. And then I'm reminded of you might find it on Microsoft Store, a thing called Forza Street, which is like a free-to-play, a very mobile tendencies, but runs on PC. Like, I know this sounds weird, an on-rails driving game, where you like accelerate and brake and so on at the exact right timings and grind for upgrades and cars. And because of the free-to-play mechanics, it's... when you get further on in the game, the amount of grinding you need to do to not spend money on that game, like... I don't know how many hours it took, but it took me like 4 or 5 or some weeks to get all of them, because the grind was so real, it sucked. So those spring to mind. But it's kind of hard to remember, like, from the top of my head, because, like, I've played, as I'm currently standing here, I've played 974 games across all the Gamerscore platforms, and I've gotten all achievement, at least, like, including DLCs, I've gotten all achievements in 206 games. So it's kind of hard to remember which ones took the longest, like, as an absolute fact. But those are the ones that like, spring to mind. My Platinum Witcher 3 started the game on Deathmatch. I recommend it. It's a very, very fun Platinum because the game is just so... It's my favorite game of all time. It's so good. Okay, let's do... Hi.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Let's talk, suspect.
Good evening, Mr. Chapman.
Who are you? I've got nothing to say. It's all a mistake.
Calm down, Leighton. I have come here to help you. To find out if you truly are innocent, as your younger brother Wiggins has told me.
My brother? You know him? Then that means you're...
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, blimey. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell you everything.
Let's do this. I'm still wondering why I couldn't do a portrait of the flower seller, but alright. Deep scar, occasional fights, grew up on the street. Wait, hold on. If there is one deep scar, how do you jump into occasional fights from that? Like if there is one scar, isn't that indicative of one time being cut to create a scar? Yes? How do you make it into occasional fights? Like if you see a tire that has one big slash in it, does that somehow mean that the tire gets occasionally slashed? Like, what? What? Ah! Okay. Recent beating, resisted arrest, hot-headed. Honestly, knowing what I know even of modern current-day police officers, not in UK, sure, I think, but like police officers like up around the world, recently beaten by police doesn't mean hot-headed necessarily either. You know, his brother, he probably just asked and made up the rest. Yeah, could be. Fancy scarf, downtown fashion, cushy job, office clerk. Oh, sure. They can get aggressive, oh yeah. There we are. Westgate prison tattoo, past imprisonment, committed a crime. Or was convicted of one, that doesn't mean he actually committed the crime. Like, Sherlock, listen here. If someone has been in Westgate prison, that means they've been convicted of a crime. You are literally now investigating a case where someone is about to be convicted of a crime of which you think they didn't do it. And you've had the entire game these things where innocent people have almost been convicted because until you intervened. How do you then run into, okay, he's been in prison, therefore he committed a crime? Like, no, not necessarily. That is a very weird... Sherlock, you need to... would you like a drink? If that would, like, clear your head or something. Alright.
Good. Tell me your account of what happened.
I left my work, and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I was late, so I decided to cut through Half Moon Street. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky. I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I saw two men. They were both lying flat in the middle of the street. I stopped where I was.
Yeah.
I thought about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking of that, I saw a third person. He was leaning over the body that was furthest from me.
A third-person shooter?
He raised his head, and he stared at me. In a flash, I saw his gun, but he made a dash for it instead, and he escaped through Whitechapel Street.
Right.
So you might still have had time to return to the constable.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I approached the bodies just to see if they were still alive. I saw that one had blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. It was horrible.
And then you called an ambulance,
Second one
yes?
was already dead. He had a hole in his head. He was holding a gun in his hand, though. I took it, and then I followed the third man.
Simultaneous pew pew. Could be. I always wait until I make a
because continue.
Because this game is all about all cases have like the perfect, well, near perfect evidence to like 3 different conclusions. Like the train case just so happens to have 2 perfect places with railways and all to hide a train, either into the lake or into the collapsed mine. And in between those is a drunk station master who just doesn't know squat. And I'm like, cool. Or the bathhouse murder, where there's 3 suspects, and according to the evidence, all 3 have a motive. All 3 could have done it with 2 different knives. And I'm like, it's really great. It's just like like the evidence is so stacked into all directions perfectly, and I'm like,
I turned a corner, and I saw the man standing in the middle of the street. He seemed to be in some sort of panic. And then, Mr. Holmes, something strange happened. I told the police and they laughed at what I said, but I swear to you, my words are true. I started running towards him. But then I was blinded by a flash. It was so bright that I hardly saw anything for a good dozen seconds. But I kept running forward. As I arrived in Whitechapel, I heard a woman screaming. And then I was caught by the police. But there wasn't a trace of that man. Of course, then they found a gun and all that blood. I couldn't see the murderer escaping and all that mess. Perhaps I was still half-blinded at that moment.
A thrilling account, my young man.
all right.
Leighton, are you able to describe the person whom you saw standing in Half Moon Street?
Well, I wasn't able to see his face at all. It was too dark, and he was too far away. I could see his silhouette.
And what about that?
Nothing so special. He was wearing a jacket. He was quite average in size and his weight.
I see. Was there anything else that struck you at the time?
No. But perhaps it's strange, but I can't remember the sound of his footsteps as he was running away. Perhaps it was because of the fireworks or the surprise of me seeing him.
Okay. I found the game a bit quick sometimes and so hard at others, though thought I might turning off Sherlock Vision next time to make it harder. I mean, but I think you have to use Sherlock Vision to actually pick up on the, like, as far as I understand, you have to actually use the Sherlock Vision to like the cut papers in Turner's room. I'm pretty sure there's no way to press a button on them without the Sherlock Vision. Like, he needs to, like, Sherlock Vision the thing into existence before you can actually push a button on it, I think. There's an option to turning it off funny. Oh, cool.
Leighton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
Okay, so it's not Turner's limp or door key, but what? Was he after the placement or the bracelet, or Was it Westgate prisoners thing? Maybe? Hold on. That is so much... There you go. I'm guessing Westgate Prison. That like my gut instinct says Westgate Prison. Like maybe he knew the victim or something. Because like the bracelet wouldn't cause him to shoot at the shooter. Like what? Like even if he was after the bracelet, that wouldn't mean that. Oh, I will grab a gun and shoot at the dude who essentially let me have the bracelet. No. And Turner's contradiction, give us a... So, Turner's contradiction was... here. Turner says that you were standing near the window with Slat the entire time, but according to gossip, Mr. Turner's window... No, that doesn't... Yeah. So...
I'm sure that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
Lucky guess,
you have
literally.
a typical tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood upon your hand. I observed exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
Oh, God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
Why would you lie about that?
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
Like, I'm here to help you. I'm your only hope.
Robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released, and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you lost him?
Yes. And for around 2 years, I heard no news of him at all.
All
We
right.
shall see you soon, young man.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so hold on. So the double murder, I need to find something else than double murder. All right. Imaginary man. Figment of his own imagination. Okay. I mean, I'm obviously not going to choose this because we've barely begun the case, but it's just like, okay, I talked to him. It was a figment of his imagination. It's fine. It's case closed. Let's go have a schnapps, Watson. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Sorry, Wiggins. I think he did it. Yeah, sure. All right. Oh god. Oh, this game is quite something, that's for sure. And okay, no. He indeed did it for a personal motive instead. Like, oh god. Okay. I'd love to see how Sherlock reviews it. Hey, Wiggins, listen. Good news. You're gonna inherit a scarf. because the brother has a scarf and yeah. Oh boy. Okay, I think that went well. What do we do now? Possible crossfire between yeah, back to the yeah. A fancy office clerk scarf is gonna be fine. Yeah. He'll be warm in the winter and it'll all go fine. It's you know, these things happen. It's just, you know, it's all in a day's work. Yes. Okay, cool. Enactment. Let's do this.
What's up with you, lad? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my brother to be released.
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours.
Is copper a bad word? Like, I don't know. Watch your mouth. Like, I don't know. Well, maybe. Okay, hi. Before I don't have any. Yeah, I don't need to. Okay. So. Yeah. Right. Ah.
I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp.
Use your massive stick. Not really, but maybe back then. Yeah, maybe.
This should be useful.
Alright. Maybe. Like, for all I know, maybe the slang word for cop, like, came from something that was originally, like, not respectful or whatever. Okay, so, yes, so. Let's imagine a bullet, and it'll appear. One of the victims possibly fired gun twice. Aha!
This is most definitely a bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh. Watson, there was a third shot fired in this street.
Watson, there was a third shot fired in the street! Oh well. Crossfire? Kenneth Butler and Brian McCarthy both died of crossfire, with each of them holding a gun. One of them is now missing. I don't think he heard. Yeah, I got a feeling. Okay, I need to find some more evidence, it seems. Disappearing man. Leighton Chapman's statement regarding the jacketed man who disappeared at Half Moon Street now seems reasonable, as the 3 shots at the crime scene prove the presence of a second gun that is now missing. Okay. Hi. Go find the third man for me, please.
Constable Marrow, I would value your assistance in this investigation.
Get me a sandwich.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Holmes.
I would like to make sure that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before.
and reach
And try
Scotland.
to find me.
Understood.
Cool. Oh, I am now the copper. Cool. So I apparently I maybe need to look for ba, 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 da, ba. Oh, hi. Well, I mean this is a dark alley. Hi.
I can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
I feel this seems very productive. We're gonna solve the case. Crack on. Hi.
Here you are, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place to hide.
Hide and seek. Exactly. It's good to have a fun pastime. It really lightens the mood in the middle of all this murder. It's fine. It's really a nice idea. It brings the day together. Peekaboo, yeah, and then we'll do some poker and all that stuff. Hi.
Mr. Holmes, it wasn't difficult to find you at all.
It actually was, though.
It is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp while hiding in the street.
Honestly, that's a kind of a jump to conclusion. You're thinking that he also literally looked for Sherlock Holmes the time when he found was running towards screaming and gunshots. So I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't think he. Well, I find that reenactment to be a touch imperfect. Let's put it that way. Like that, I feel there is a room for error in there somewhere. A margin of error in the reenactment. Yes. If we can assume that there was one more person in Half Moon Street at the time of the crime, then there was no way forward or back for his escape, only up. Let us reenact the action. Recreate the fireworks described by Layton in an attempt to climb the... Recreate the fireworks? Oh, yeah, we had the flare gun. Sure. Or we saw the flare gun, rather. And also climbing gear as well. Yeah, let's... let's go to pawn shop. There. Cool. In order to solve the case, we need climbing gear and a flare gun. Don't ask questions, it's fine. It makes sense, I promise. Cool. How much does it cost to have that cab, like, on call every minute of your day? I'm just wondering. Like, it's always waiting for us where we are. Okay, which door was it again? Okay, climbing gear.
These tools are exactly what I need to climb the wall.
They look super safe, it's fine. There. There we are.
This is exactly what we need in order to imitate the flash of the fireworks.
Let's do a fireworks. Anything else? All right. There we are. Loading. Okay. Constable Marrow, would you like to take part in another little game I called Let's Shoot a Flare Gun and Climb Walls?
Why are you looking at me all the time like that?
I'm just watching you, lad. I never know what to expect from people like you.
People like me?
Yes, street beggars and thieves.
I ain't a thief.
Oh, no? Then where did you get whatever it is that you're gnawing on? I very much doubt that you bought it.
What ain't seen can't hardly be stolen.
So your snack is invisible. That's handy. Okay, hi.
Constable Marrow, Watson, I would like to perform another kind of reenactment with your help.
I'm listening, Mr. Holmes.
I want to check if Leighton's testimony can be trusted. If someone could vanish into thin air at a specific moment.
But Holmes, I don't see how.
I am going to be the mysterious gentleman whom Leighton followed. I will stand exactly where he saw him before he was blinded by the flash. Watson, you will be Leighton. When I fire the signal flare, you should start to chase me.
I understand, Holmes.
You, Constable Marrow, just play your part and do exactly as you did. Just, please, wait 5 seconds after the signal flare. I doubt that Polly Powell would have screamed any earlier.
As you say, Mr. Holmes.
Let us begin then. Catch me if you can.
Let's do. Is there any more than those 3? Like, not in this direction, point being. Nope, okay. Okay, so what's the best one of those? I got a feeling the furthest one away is probably not the one. It's too light out there. Maybe this wall looks easier to...
The moon illuminates this wall.
Okay.
Anyone trying to climb it would be easily spotted by Constable Marrow.
Listen, it's all basically the same luminance. Give me a break here.
This wall is cast in shadow. It would be difficult to see anyone scaling it.
I don't see much of a difference, but alright. Cool. Hop. Hop. The quick time events are
Barely see anything.
Are why we came here. Hop.
Holmes? Are you there?
Hop. Hop. This is...
I should try climbing faster.
Game Design 101. Oh, come on. Wow. God damn. This is what we signed up for when we started a detective video game. Jesus Christ.
I can barely see anything.
Buttons. Come on. Let's do the exercise.
Holmes? Are you there?
Shush, Watson, I'm concentrating. I need to press A to...
My God, a man can't just disappear like that.
Jesus.
Holmes? Holmes? Where are you?
I escaped
I cannot
elegantly.
see you, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson, it seems that Mr. Holmes has disappeared.
Don't worry, gentlemen. I am up here, above your heads.
How on earth did you get up there, Holmes?
Magic.
I am using crampons and a climbing axe, although the person we are looking for did not leave any traces of such tools. Constable, is there any way to get to the top of this building?
Yes, Mr. Holmes, I can show you. The door to the building can be found from Whitechapel Street.
Gentlemen, I am on my way down.
Very quickly, because the grip is gonna... Yeah, because I can't mash A anymore. Cool. Okay. Again, solid indoors. Wee splat, yeah. That looked way, way dangerous.
These shards of glass are from the window above.
Right.
Someone broke through the window to get inside the attic, but in his haste he ripped his jacket. It's empty.
Right, but I'm pretty sure I couldn't do this at least without the, yeah.
A cluster of thick black threads. They're unusually strong. I should examine them under the microscope.
Cool. Like, I haven't looked for
We can
clues
conclude
beyond,
that the
like,
person whom
outside
Leighton
of
saw
those
climbed up the
prompted
wall,
things.
broke into
with
the attic
vision.
window and escaped through the hatch.
Alright. We just need to drop the imaginary man. Somehow. We already know it's not an imaginary... Give me a gameplay... Sensitivity, invert subtitles, audio, video, as far as I can see, there is no option to turn anything about the visions anywhere. Because how to play is not a... Cool. No matter. In any case, I haven't looked for clues like this. Like, I just only when the game is prompted to, like, push button to see stuff. Like, they wouldn't hear an axe in a building. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I guess there were fireworks that night, so, I don't know. But I don't know how long they lasted. Like, were they still on when the people were already shot, or no? Like, how long did they last, or was it like a momentary fireworks, or... Okay, what are we looking for here? An analysis, yes. Back to Baker Street. I could have sworn there was. Maybe it was from a new game, or if you did it once. It could be from the other game that looks a bit like this. The Devil's Daughter. Maybe it was in there. It's a very similar in user interface game, just a touch more complicated. It could be there. Sherlock Holmes and the Devil's Daughter. Examine hair.
Let us take a closer look.
A very closer. Does Xbox One get loud sometimes? That needs to happen to PS4. I would imagine it just depends on which version it is and like if there's a lot of stuff in there, but like dust and stuff. I think mine isn't loud, but it is very hot though. So, and mine is not the baseline Xbox One, it's the Xbox One X, which I think is less loud than the baseline Xbox One. So,
it is not a thread, but a hair.
Only played this one for sure. I couldn't get the Devil's Daughter and saw the launch trailer for him. I couldn't get the launch trailer for it when it came out. Okay, fair enough. It was maybe, I don't know. I haven't touched the.
Usually made from horsehair.
Don't know.
Could you please pass me your shaving brush?
Maybe.
Here you are.
I don't know. No.
Watson,
No,
look,
no
what's
matter.
outside the window?
Where? I don't see anything. Ouch! Holmes!
Oh, don't make such a fuss. One little hair.
Lovely friend, yes.
Human hair is significantly thinner than the black sample. The horsehair is thinner than the hair that we found. So, this black hair belongs to an animal, and it is larger than a horse. A hair from a large and exotic animal.
Does thicker hair always mean bigger animal? I feel like that's... I'm not convinced that the thickness of the hair just correlates for size. All that doesn't, yeah, that doesn't quite ring true. Could be wrong, but sure I remember the option. Yeah, who the hell knows? I believe you that you've seen one. I can just tell you what I'm seeing here. Mine in November. OG PS4. All right, yeah. I don't have any PlayStations beyond 2, and even that one is not quite currently operational. So I am quite not. I haven't had a PlayStation in a long time. Circus Acrobat. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Vanishing. Yes, we know if someone vanished. My brother recently got rid of our PS3, but I have second sight in Star Wars Battlefront on Steam now. I see. Like Gears of War back when I had on 360. Oh yeah, Gears of War was okay. I've played a bit at least of all of them. I finished 1, 2, 3 and Judgment, and then I've played a little bit of 5. They're okay. The person who was seen only by Leighton Chapman escaped the crime scene by climbing the wall. He was a skillful acrobat. The criminal took a gun from one of the dead bodies. Okay. So, ask Wiggins' help for finding the circus. Oh, okay. Can I just call Wiggins here?
Wiggins is currently at Half Moon Street.
I mean, that's fair. I just wondered. Ooh. Yeah. My first PS in Sue as well, mainly for exclusives, and moved and didn't get my 360. Yeah. Like exclusives are the reason people usually get a console, I suppose. Didn't get into Gears or Halo, but I always got games in bundles when I'm buying other games. Yeah. Like honestly, like Gears and Halo are. I've never understood Halo either. Gears I think is okay. I think it's fine enough. Like I find them fun enough to play. But if the exclusive that I care about in in the Xboxes is like the Forza games, Horizon and Motorsport, because I'm a driving games guy. So there we are. I like those a lot. They're very good. Like I still haven't played Halo 5 or 1 or 2. Yeah, not the kind of game I'd run into. One of my brothers is obsessed with Forza. Yeah. It's driving games are for a certain type of audience, no question there. It's not a very story heavy genre, that's for sure. I enjoy them, and that's like the one genre I'm not bad at.
Wiggins, my lad, what are you doing here? You'd best be leaving and be quick about it.
I've done nothing wrong. You'd learn more by watching Mr. Holmes. He knows exactly what he's doing, not like you.
Oi, watch your tongue.
All right. I'm wondering, like, what are you expecting to see here? Like, even if your brother is released, I mean, he's not gonna come here. Like, why are you here? Like, what are you expecting to see? I don't know.
Mr. Holmes?
We have good news for you, Wiggins. The investigation has proven very interesting so far. We found facts and details that confirm your brother's innocence.
I knew it, Mr. Holmes.
But for now, Wiggins, we need
Confirm.
your help.
We'll see.
Anything you like, Gov.
I need you to locate a circus that has stopped over in London. It needs to have disposed of at least one exotic animal, a very large one.
You can count on me, Mr. Holmes.
How would he know that they've disposed of an animal? Well, maybe they'll just, I don't know, find the diary of the main honcho of the circus? I don't know. Clanker, hi! Welcome! Glad to have you here. I hope you've had a good day. I am Sherlocking.
I do hope that those children don't get into trouble, Holmes.
Oh, they're fine.
Don't worry, Watson. I predict some news in 7 seconds.
Mr. Holmes, we found
That was
it.
5
Here it
seconds.
is.
You're wrong. You're a detective, Sherlock. Yes. We've detected... We've had such greats as when Sherlock saw a big scar on the face of a young man, he deduced that he gets into occasional fights. Because one scar across a person's cheek means he's been in multiple fights. Because notoriously, scars happen over time through multiple slashes of knives on different fights. That's how it works, right? Yeah. Smell of farts. I mean, we literally went like that's what the game said. He saw a scar and occasional fights, and I'm like, I guess I'm just not thinking about it correctly. I need to just grab whatever Sherlock's just cooking and just look at it in a different way or some yeah.
Duval Brothers, a well-known traveling circus that is
The book part, yeah. Yeah, how did it go again? Like Sherlock was in this house. He detected that at some point someone had burnt paper and that there was like shredded pieces of paper on a table, meaning that someone had cut paper with a knife, and then he found a broken walking stick. And from this, he deduced that not only had a person picked up a book from the bookshelf, but furthermore, he deduced the exact order in which order these three things happened. The burning of the paper, the cutting of the paper, and the picking up of a book and placing of the walking stick in the same motion. And I was just like supposed to clairvoyantly know the order of these three things, and it's just like, no, that's wrong. And I'm like, okay. And he also knew which book. But like the book, I don't, yeah. Fine.
And this is a young Indian elephant, the highlight of the show. I believe that is exactly the type of circus we are looking for. I'll pay.
It's a fun moon logic. Yeah, I think it's fun. Yeah. You should have seen the autopsy in the last case. Like Charlotte, I did it on Friday, but the Kew Gardens murder, if you remember it, at the really huge greenhouse place with the plants and the boobly boo. Yeah, there was an autopsy at some point. We're just like autopsy. Open a dude, and then just like pick up lungs, and just like look at lungs, and just like roll the lungs around like do, and just like put lungs back, and then just like heart, pick up heart, deeply. That was awesome, and I'm like, I needed a moment right there. Surgeons, yeah, it looked like surgeonsm. It was so plasticky on top. It was like, and just like pick up the thing, and then back, pick up the thing. It just, it was so good. Okay, circus. Let's go. It was the best thing all week. Watch back. Yeah. I'm gonna eventually put them all on YouTube as well. Not there yet, but eventually, yeah. So there's all the stuff I am in. So if interested, I will put them up there. I've already uploaded, ready to be published. Some of them.
Stop right there.
Good morning, sir. Pardon me, but why am I not allowed to walk around here?
Because it's private.
Well, I only wanted to meet the artistes.
Hmm? You're wanting to apply for... Nah. You don't look like the type of, artistic lockpicker that we're looking for.
You might be surprised.
What? Nah. I don't think so. Clear off.
Alright. Oh, nice. Yeah, follow. Thank you. Much appreciated. I've been away from YouTube a bit of lockdown, really. Oh, cool. I've been even more on YouTube than before. I've dived into a lot of like Lord of the Rings lore videos and Jurassic Park lore videos and all kinds of stuff. You're
a bit slow to catch up.
Okay. How do I... Hold on. Ensure that your makeup disguise to the point that it does comfort. Facial hair, a seedy suit, and a hat should work well. Okay. Let's disguise. Back to Baker Street. Time for a disguise. Only the second time in the entire game where we need a disguise. There's a big makeup table and everything, and we've only needed to do it once before, and I think this is the last case, so can't remember why I did exactly. Probably because I was already on there a long time and watched them to step away. I see, yeah. Down on rabbit holes. Cool. No, not Watson's room. This thing. Okay, so we need a facial hair. But that is a very good one. Let's see, because there's only a few that are truly funny. I did the Salvador Dali one last time, I think. Maybe. I'm not sure anymore. That's pretty good too. Nah. Alright, let's do, yeah, that'll work. I did the other glasses before, so let's do this time, even though it doesn't... Like, those look way too modern for 1890-something, right? We should have more of these and showing he's supposed to be a great actor, especially if you have a great voice actor. Yeah. Okay, a hat of some distinction. When do the hats begin? Yep, that, sure. And then, let's see, what do we have? That's locked. More. Let's go. Let's. We look like a lockpicker. It's fine. Oh god. It's unfortunately locked, but that would be so good. Okay, so this surely works because it says bandit on it. It is a Monday, yeah. Okay, honestly, like I already used the round glasses on my first case, but they look so weird. I gotta go with the, you know, come on. There we are. See, that's our boy. Let's go.
Spectacles are unpopular among thugs. I don't want to arouse suspicion.
But you're a lockpicker. You're supposed to... You need to have solid eyesight, you dum-dum. Now?
Stay where you are. What are you doing here, and where is Sherlock Holmes?
Calm down, Watson. Take deep breaths now. It's me.
Oh, thank God, Holmes. I can't get used to your disguises.
It's...
Thank you, Watson. That means I am ready to go.
That means that... Oh, boy. That... That's Clark Kent with glasses, Superman disguise all over again. Levels of just like, yeah, sure. Watson needs the glasses, yeah. Oh man. Hip band, yeah. Let's go. Oh Jesus.
Who are you? What's your name?
My name is Nigel. I'm here to open the locks.
Talented, eh? Let's see. Go inside the marquee and show yourself to Charles Foley. And I'd highly advise you not to trick him. Got that?
I've got it.
Listen, you need to pay extra for me to show myself. Just so we're clear. Okay. So I guess we just go in. Hi.
So, everything is here just as you asked. And what about the money? Some of the barrels are wet. Transportation issues, it couldn't be helped. Whatever. We'll be here after midnight to pick up the supplies. I want to be paid first. No. You'll be paid after we make the transfer, as I said. Right? I hope that no one saw you. The police are on the lookout.
Of course not. I'm a professional.
Glad to hear it. Be ready for tonight, then.
Cool. I have a penny. Oh, cool. That solves it then. Alrighty then. Barrel.
This wooden barrel is damaged. It is difficult to say what is inside.
Okay. Maybe it has... See, maybe it's an Inception thing where it is a crack and inside is crack. It would be fitting for the Sherlock Holmes motif, yes? Yes. Cool. Alright. There's a portal to another world in the crack. Yes, it won't make it out there with Sherlock on the case. Yeah, the crack world. Yeah. That's actually the secret world 9 in Super Mario 3, the crack world. Yes, you just Mario never mentions it because he doesn't want to spill his secrets. Like, right after defeating Bowser, there's World 9, the crack world. Like you know, the sand world and the pipe world and the ice world, and then you just go on, and then there's crack world. It's just that's how it's a closely guarded secret. Yes.
From lambs into lions. Those are words of encouragement and defiance.
Yeah.
That's a picture of a contemporary gentleman wearing a Robin Hood hat. Interesting. This poster was clearly made to fire up rebellion amongst the people.
Sure.
This printing press is old, but still quite capable of printing hundreds of pages per day.
All right.
There are enough posters to paste across half of London's walls.
All right. Endless bounties of white powder. Yeah, saves money on the colors if you have the white powdered snowlands. This is true. This is true. Danger Mouse is all over the crack. Yeah. Anything else? Like, I'm kind of like, I was expecting to do like a lockpicking puzzle like immediately, and I'm just like, stuff. Do I follow them in here? Nope. Oh, what? But that's okay. So maybe.
The barrels are roughly clustered. It seems as though they were brought here in a hurry.
I'm trying to imagine the act of carrying barrels. They surely weigh so much that you don't really save any time by like trying to throw them into that sort of a cluster, right? Like, barrels weigh so much, it's literally easier to stack them proper, right? Like, I've recently been to IKEA. Hauling around heavy objects is hard. Like doing that seems more difficult than just like stacking them on top of each other in a sensible way, you know? Like lengthwise, like deep, like, or something. Hourglass filled with crack instead of sand. Yeah. Yeah, you'd need to get a good swing at least. Yeah, it's kind of odd. Like, I feel like they weigh a bit more than your basic piece of firewood, you know? Okay, but yeah, I need to apparently just do just find the crack or something. Oh.
There is a spot on this barrel that was intentionally painted out.
Okay. Crest.
The crest of the Honourable Artillery Company. Could it be gunpowder? I need to be sure.
Let's find a match. Okay, let's punch a barrel. Okay, so snort the powder and tell me if you see elephants.
Judging by the fractions and the scent, I can confirm that it is, in fact, gunpowder.
Okay. And crack.
Powder kegs, a printing press, and a great many blank papers. All of this was stolen by the Merry Men quite recently. And these poster samples. I am quite sure it is not a coincidence. The Merry Men are planning some sort of sabotage.
The Merry Men have this printing press and these papers and 18 barrels of gunpowder. I am quite sure it's not a coincidence. What tipped you off that they just accidentally didn't get like 18 barrels of gunpowder? I'm like, oh, that is a literal no shit Sherlock right there.
Stop right here. Who are you?
Are you Charles Foley?
Sniff the
Maybe.
powder.
They say that I can open any door.
Do they now? We'll see that lock near the chains on a table over there. Open that.
Soggy gunpowder womp womp. Yeah. Okay. Oh, we can do a... Da, ba, da, ba, ba, da. I know you wanted me to open the lock, but I'd really instead rather look deep into those eyes of a nondescript color I can't quite describe. Complex key protected safe. I'm not sure it's that complex, just saying. Like, it's just like a piece of metal that's about as... whatever. Bloody bandages, recent trauma. Yeah, sure. Armed. Bulldog revolver, cutthroat. Yeah. Again, maybe. Ring with ram head, 5 grams of mutilene, stolen antiques. Taped fingers, agility practice, acrobat. You can tape fingers for a lot of reasons, but oh, cool. A methodical man. Gather 26 character portraits. Cool. Let's do a lock. Alright, we could be here a bit. These can get a little tricky. Okay, oh, interesting. Okay, I'm guessing here. I don't think he's a pro lockpicker if that's complex. Yeah, that must be from the tiger they apparently dealt with. Seems so. Okay, so switch. This is basically fine. This, though... There... Oh, it's a very long piece of okay, up. Hell yeah. Cool. Let me do a quick... Man in jacket. Charles Foley wears an antique ring, the last missing piece of the 5 grams of mutilene, jewel set, and also a revolver retained under his belt. It proves that Charles Foley is our mysterious jacketed man who nimbly escaped the crime scene at Half Moon Street. He sure could be. Prove is a big word. Like, I feel like I'm just gonna point out, I got a feeling prove is a very big word for this game, because I'm pretty sure throughout the entire length of this game, we have never ever met the threshold of reason of beyond reasonable doubt. Because, again, especially the Bath case, like, okay, there's 3 suspects, all have a motive, and all have 2 knives that are, like, oh boy. That was quite something. We might as well just have, like, you know, thrown a dice on that one. Okay, hi. Definitely disproven the standard model of physics, yes.
Ah, well, they're right. What's your name?
Nigel Shirley, from York.
Ah, Nigel from York. Never heard anything about you. How'd you hear about me?
A dude called Turner had a limp, and his limp told me about you. Jailed thief? Maybe? Sure. Maybe? Because I don't think he'd like me knowing about the antique bracelet anyway. Sure.
It's a long story. I met your brother. Vincent the Butcher Foley, in prison. He told me all about his betrayal and all about you. Before I was released, he told me that you might find a job for me one day and pay me some money for me craft.
Well, he died 7 days ago in prison.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right. The traitor has paid the blood price for it. And you'll do the job anyway, because I need a talented lockpicker. I know just where to search for his legacy.
It's all about the Hellenistic
Is it close to his handacy?
treasures, isn't it?
Gosh, you fool. Now, listen up. You'll come with us tonight, and you better mind yourself.
Us? Wait, who's coming then?
Billy, Jack and me.
And what will I get for that?
We'll share the loot. The one you seem to know about.
Right.
Wait for us at the abandoned manor house on a corner of Ladbroke Grove and Kensington Park Road at midnight.
Deal.
Deal. 426 seems to be less than 20 euros almost everywhere. It's an online game, so I'm basically just not interested. Like I hear it's over time gotten incrementally a bit better, but I don't find the interest of going into an RPG setting where there's multiple other people whose function is to try and ruin my experience. I want my Fallout single player, thank you, but I don't think I'll ever try it. That's just who I am. Notting Hill Manor. But if you're interested, go for it. Sure, like that's not a bad price if one ends up enjoying the game, though. But I got interested in it. I feel about 76 like I imagine more people feel about Anthem. Yeah, essentially, yeah, basically.
Here I am at the manor. Somewhere inside it are the Hellenistic treasures.
Cool. That is a very boarded up manor. Let's go.
This lock is quite old. It shouldn't be much of a challenge.
Famous last words. I don't know, man. That looks kinda complicated. Alright. Yeah, same, but I have just been playing Red Dead Online. Oh, yeah, but it's free with the main game. That's true. I was sad that Anthem died and never recovered. I never had an opinion about Anthem. I thought the jetpacking trailer and so on seemed like, when it was not yet out, seemed like beautiful and all, but I just online with people, it's just not for me then. Old rusty locks are a huge one, probably, but probably just play doesn't look that interesting. Yeah, potentially. Like, it's just, if I want to play a Fallout RPG, I'll do either 2 or New Vegas, probably, at this point. I've played them before, but, like, they're good. Old rusty locks are a huge pain, so I've heard. Could be. I'm not an expert, but this looks a touch complicated, that's for sure. I sure hope that's the only reasonable answer. Yeah, okay. So there. Line that up with that. Good, good. Oh, wait, hold on. Ah, okay, that's probably more like it. Ah. Come on, help me out here. New Vegas is an awesome game.
I
Got
need
the
to
button
find
driven.
where the
Cool.
safe is
Good.
hidden,
I also
and then
have all
pick it.
achievements in New Vegas, I believe. Very good. I liked it a lot. Like, my ranking of Fallout games is, I'm gonna say 2 New Vegas, 1 4 and 3. In that order. Like 2 is best, then New Vegas, 1 3 4 and 3. None of them are bad, mind you. Right? That's probably where I'm at. Probably. New Vegas 3 and 4. Yeah, that's a good list too, for sure. Like 4 and 3 are different enough that it's kind of hard to compare in a way that they have very different shortcomings in a way. So it's kind of mysterious music kicks in. Yeah, Fallout 3 was the first one I tried. Ah, I see. My Fallout 3 was the third one I tried. Well, I mean, unless we count Fallout Tactics, but like mainline Fallout. Yeah, third one.
This cupboard is an absolute mess.
Oh no. Can we find a piece of cloth to clean it?
Several books have fallen from the shelves. It seems as though this cupboard can be moved. I'll give it a try.
Because there's books on the floor, it can be moved? I mean, any cupboard can be moved. That's how they're put into that. Like cupboards rarely just like grow out of the wall and is unmovable. Like with enough willpower, you can probably move any cupboard. That's not. Cool.
So, that's the lock I must open tonight. Let me see.
Alright, let's just put on your seatbelts. We could be here a bit. Does anything about this move sideways? Maybe not. Okay, so there. Okay. We're going for a ride. Hold on to your butts, exactly. Okay. Oof. Hell yeah, I think I got a bit lucky there.
What a surprise. Another lock. And I won't be able to pick it.
Why?
I recall that precious key around Foley's neck. It might prove a decent fit. I suppose they hired me to only open the first lock. Let us wait for the thieves, trap them, and find out.
Okay.
Let us check the thieves' possible escape routes in the event that they are caught off guard by the police from the front door.
Alright. Set the traps at Notting Hill Manor.
This door is a perfect means of escape in an emergency.
Okay.
A solid rope.
Let's grab solid rope.
This chair is very solid and well made.
Okay.
This should be useful.
I'll just put it down my pants. Thanks. Sherlock Holmes, the man with the pockets for a chair. Yep, it's like, where did you hide the chair? Sherlock, listen, that can't be healthy for you. Listen, I know the chair is very comfy, but and you really want the chair, but Listen, are you sure it's worth it? Because you might want to, like, I know Watson's a doctor and all, but he can only do so much, you know? Going to go and get dinner. Hope you all have a good day. Hey, have a good dinner, and hope you have a good day as well, Charlotte. And thanks for being here and for chatting, and see you around as well, and have an excellent rest of the day. Bye. Bye. Gary. Exactly. Yeah, the Gary Vault. I remember. And thank you as well. All right. Okay, so let's okay. You're imagining what exactly? Okay, so overall, just do something that. Okay, I'll just need to find something that fits. Okay, that's just.
The ground floor window is a perfect way to escape the police.
Right.
That is quite a heavy cupboard. This works very well. No one will escape through this window now.
Because they don't have the Sherlockian cupboard moving powers. Hey there, Smoothskin. Exactly. Maybe we will find some tools or whatever.
Although this window is high above the ground, it would be possible for one of the thieves to attempt to use it for their escape.
Right.
A simple but rather attractive bead necklace.
Right.
This should be useful.
Where did you put the beads? Listen, Sherlock, I know they're beads, but they're not that kind of beads. I know that look. You need to let go of the beads from. Yes. Yeah, I don't remember the exact lore of the ghoul, like how long they can live, but you know, in Fallout universe, radiation is essentially a cloud of magic, and then stuff happens. So yeah, they can live a very long time while looking crisp and tasty. Okay, so what am I gonna? Sherlock was a true thief after all, just stealing random jewelry. Yeah, children of the atom. Yeah.
One step on these beads, and our thief will go flying. I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined.
Okay. Yeah, but now I don't need to get in there anymore, right? Okay, but now... oh.
This hatch leads to a cellar. There is no ladder. If anyone falls here, he will need assistance to get out.
Cool. Item required. Ah!
I wonder what this old chandelier is doing on the floor. It looks as though it was poorly attached.
Hammer.
I suppose that the thieves already tried to open the lock with this formidable hammer, but they were unsuccessful.
Why did the thieves not take the beads? Like, surely they have, like, I don't know how valuable it is, but, like, surely something. Oh. Like, yeah, they were looking for the thing in the safe. Yeah, sure, but, like, surely they still like money. I don't know. Carpet. Destruction of property. Just ripped up that necklace. This is true.
This should be useful.
We'll carpet bomb them. With a carpet. Yes. Oh, block with chair?
The door is now blocked.
But so it is. Is the manor abandoned? Maybe? I mean, it is boarded up, at least, in the windows and all, so... Possibly. Any other viewers who hunt trophies or achievements? They would have to out themselves, I don't know.
Now, it's not an open hatch, just a nice carpet on the floor. I should walk carefully here, else my plan will be ruined.
Alright.
Any thief who finds his way upstairs will roll down very quickly.
Yeah.
Now, if a thief runs through the kitchen, he'll pay a surprise visit to the cellar.
And... yeah. Do I need to still do something in here? Oh, well, I didn't use the rope for anything yet. Item required.
I wonder what this old
The only thing I can think of a chandelier is, like, just put it back up, but, like, I have a rope, but it wouldn't let me use it, so...
What a surprise.
Okay. What a surprise. Okay, what did I miss?
The door is now blocked.
Yeah, as it should be. Yeah. Okay, so... well, take the hammer away. How's about that idea? And carefully.
The door is now blocked.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, I didn't take the rope. He just, like, looked at the rope. Oh, okay. So now I can probably do something with the thing. There we are. You're becoming the king of achievements. You're becoming the king with the trophies. Yes, that sounds like a plan. Let's go for it. Right. Press rope on hammer.
Now, if anyone takes the hammer, the rope will uncoil and make the chandelier fall.
Okay. Honestly, that rope is almost too well maybe rolled into it, but oh well.
If he runs through the dining room and takes a sledgehammer to force open the door, the chandelier will knock him down. The traps for my circus companions are all prepared. I can leave now, but I'll return later with Charles Foley and his companions.
Oh, cool. I already caught the thieves, even though it hasn't happened yet, according to the achievement system. It's fine. Sherlock is gonna get sued so hard. Yeah, it seems like a very vigilante way of doing justice, but you know, it's so it goes. All right.
Police! Police!
And how many of them are dead?
Stop where you are!
Where are they?
Trapped, Watson, with your assistance.
How so?
Oh, you sounded just like a real bobby, my dear fellow. You startled them into the traps.
I did?
Yes.
I assure you, Watson, it was quite an entertaining show. They will not escape the house now.
You scum!
And this is the pistol used for the murder in Half Moon Street.
How'd you know about that?
Have you closed the case
Swappa,
yet,
thank you for the
Sherlock?
follow. Much appreciated.
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Did you follow me?
Sherlock, it may seem that I used you, but you should be pleased to know that you have served our queen well, in this instance. So now, let us catch the big fish. But this man is not one of the merry men.
No.
Then why exactly are we here, Sherlock?
This gentleman, Charles Foley, has been involved in a double murder, and the hunter of a set of valuable antiques, the Hellenistic treasures, which disappeared in a theft many years ago.
You're no better than the coppers!
Let's see.
Holmes, that is incredible. The Hellenistic treasures.
Indeed.
Nothing but trifles. Where are the merry men?
I don't know why you are asking me, Mycroft. They are yours to find.
I'll see you soon, dear brother.
Alrighty. So, long lost art, precious safe. Hidden art. The antiques discovered inside the hidden safe of the abandoned manor at Notting Hill represent the collection of Hellenistic treasures that were stolen in 1885 and considered to be lost. I'm wondering why I feel like the alert was very like. I heard an odd sound, but it wasn't the one I was waiting for, and I'm not sure if it came through anyway. So the alerts might be glitched out a little bit. I don't know. So it always goes, doesn't it? Let's see. Have I tried out Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare? Way, way back long ago, yes. I played through it. It was... I was... By the time I went to it, I was kind of... like... bored with the repetition of Red Dead 1. But it was okay, still. Like, the NPC characters in Red Dead 1 annoyed the hell out of me. But Undead Nightmare was fine. Foley's Vengeance. Charles Foley organized the theft. A complex mind. Reach all possible conclusions in the game. That is where the difficulty is in this one. Getting that achievement is a lot of going through guide. Have I heard of the game-breaking bugs? I never encountered those, so no. I never, they never came to my radar then. Alrighty. So I think we're fine. We're done. Alright. I think that's everything for this case as well, so we can just, there you go. I encountered zombies and human NPCs with invisible arms and heads. Oh, cool! That sounds fun! Well, I mean, like, game-breaking as in, like, did you just see, like, but, like very like I've heard of the really crazy visuals where they were like there were some saving the game goes to black screen. Ah, okay. Oh, they made a clever. They switched around the buttons on me so that A is now absolve and X is condemn, but it was the other way around before. That's clever. Because I would miss the achievement if I didn't condemn him. Charles Foley organized the theft of the Hellenistic treasures, which was related to the double murder at Half Moon Street. Leighton Chapman was a witness to the crime. Charles Foley organized and executed a wicked plan of revenge. With the added theft of ancient and valuable treasures, he deserves the rope. Sure, I have to condemn anyway because of the achievement, so... Yes.
Charles Foley. You committed the crime of premeditated murder and of theft. You will be severely punished for your deeds.
You are pitiful, you Scotland Yard dog.
Save your words for the gallows. I'm sure the journalists will love them. I shall leave now, Watson. Gentlemen, please take our friends here into custody.
Where are you going?
I have unfinished business. I'll see you at Baker Street.
Cool. We have solved the case! The village protection mission spawned zombies with human textures. I had to shoot them, but the actual humans turned against me as well. Ah, okay. Unfortunate. I didn't have anything like that. I don't remember any mentionable bugs in my 360 run of Red Dead 1. Way back when.
Be careful with the lamps. Don't bring them too close to the barrels.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Who's there?
That is of no importance. What matters is who you are and the plans that you have here.
So you can stop us from carrying them out?
Eventually, yes.
Hey, careful. You'll blow us all up.
I'm listening.
We are a group known as the Merry Men.
Mm-hmm.
But I suppose you knew that already. We are the men who've already lost everything of value in their lives. We are ruined shopkeepers. We are workers who were fired from their jobs, honest people who were robbed. We were forced out from our homes and thrown onto the street, and all of this in the name of the so-called law. The laws that were set out by our government. The laws that make the commoners only more vulnerable and the wealthy more protected. We are not only from the British Empire. Some of us are from the New Lands, America, Australia, and we are many. But men we are still, and we are merry for that we stopped being afraid. For those powers that be had done their best to plant the fear inside our souls, and we accepted it so easily. The fear advised us to keep our heads bowed. It prevented us from fighting. Bankers and politicians, they own our lives, our work, our bread, and they push us to compete between each other, just to see who may serve them better. But in the end, they are the few, so they are weak. They are nothing without their titles. We should not fear them. Our so-called masters should fear us instead. The time has come for our group to stand tall. Our great and many merry men. We are going to blow up the London Stock Exchange. No life shall be lost. But ownerships, debts, and property titles? They shall all be destroyed. They're only papers, after all. So many people will be freed over this night.
That is a radical step to take. What result do you truly expect?
Chaos. But soon people will understand that they are free, and that they don't belong to anyone. They will be able to work for themselves, together, without letting the rulers dictate what to do, and finally justice will arise.
What you are intending to do is a crime. It is not justice.
How do you see justice, then? Kids go to prison for a loaf of dry bread. And how many lords do you see punished for stealing from their people? Sending them to their deaths in mines or overseas to fight for land? Our masters wouldn't hear us. So now it's time to sing the song of the merry men. Will you let us do our duty?
So I can powder trail, throw cigarette, bucket of water, throw cigarette. I honestly am not sure if this relates to the achievements I'm going for, so I might want to play it safe to quote-unquote condemn. I think I might have to do the powder trail is the equivalent of condemning, and I think I have to do that for the achievements, so that I always condemn the entire way through. Unfortunately, like I sympathize with the idea. Like, they make a plenty of solid points. I'm not a big fan of blowing up buildings, and so there is that problem. And some recent events in the political spectrum of the world have, there are plenty of, let's say I have reservations about radical steps toward insurrectionist kind of behavior. Let's put it that way. But I do sympathize with all the points he made, though. So that, but no matter the case, I still have to condemn anyway. So. Because of the game's achievements, which is a kind of a bummer, but so it goes.
When people fight the Order, they are too blind to see the consequences that throw society into chaos. I shall stop your actions, but not you. Run. Now!
That was an explosive show. We really blew up right there. Yes. I'm sorry to hear that it was an unplayable mess for you. Okie dokie.
So, you're interested in Russian literature now?
Quite, lately.
It is an interesting book. I remember a few lines.
Really? I tried reading it myself, but I had a hard time understanding it.
Yes, Doctor. It's about intelligence. Sherlock, I vaguely recall one of the lines. Sometimes it takes something more than intelligence to act intelligently. There were also a few words along the lines of, pain and suffering are always inevitable for a large intelligence and a deep heart. Tell me, Doctor, does my brother show any signs of pain or suffering?
Not that I know of.
Because you see, Doctor, behind all of his masquerade, my brother does possess a deep heart. So deep that he does not recall where he places his love.
Well, I'm sure that...
His love and his duty that, in the first place, should be directed towards the Empire. For without it, we would be nothing. A country filled with uncivilized men.
And the Empire needs order and discipline. It has no room for chaos.
People who commit crimes, or at the very least intend them, deserve punishment, Sherlock. Without justice, there can be no civilization.
Is intending crimes
truth, not justice?
Your truth, Doctor. that may prove immoral. Allowing people to terrorize London, destabilizing the whole empire.
Terrorize only the powers whom you serve, Mycroft. Not I, not Watson, not Mrs. Hudson, not Wiggins.
Sherlock, the merry men are to be stopped.
Not by me. You created the merry men. Stop them yourself. Only make sure that you don't create 10 more merry men by arresting the one.
Good night, Dr. Watson.
Well then.
Anything in the post, Watson? Any clients worthy of our attention?
Only a second reminder from Mrs. Hudson about our new neighbour. She urges you to remove your...
Oh, I don't care about that.
Holmes, the lady who will be moving in shortly has requested the use of our spare room to place all of her boxes.
Wait, what? A lady?
Which is a reference to the next game, the Devil's Daughter, which I feel the Devil's Daughter was a lot worse. Like it misstepped in the fundamentals of what made this one work. Like it's not like this one's janky as well, but all the main stuff works. In the Devil's Daughter one, like it has like stealth sections and a lot more really weird and nonsensical mini games, and it's just and it goes into such like some of the quote unquote cases are just like, okay, and then we teleport it here because visions and stuff and devils and but this one, I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed this. This was quite good. I liked it. Foley's vengeance correct. All clues found correct. Condemn Foley. Their accepted decision. Yes. There we are. You're ranking Themis. I hope that's good enough. There we are. And I do not trust that the audio is... There you go. There we are. We have credits. Alrighty. There we are. Yay! Exactly. Thing completed. Let me get a quick check on the... I am vaguely curious if I got all the... Well, that is in... Oh, right. I pressed a button. It's you know... I sort of expected it to at least give like a skip thing option, but apparently just went. All right. Okay, so condemn Cairns, blind Justice, condemn Blinkhorn, arrest Crocker, condemn White, condemn Foley. Cool. And from this one, our souvenir was the Merry Men Rebellious poster. Cool. That is it done. There we go. Let me get a quick look that... Yep. As one can see, I have... Oh, well, you can't quite see it right there. Give us a minute. So there and there. All achievements done. 1000 gamer score, done and dusted. There we are. Cool. There. That is game done. All we have here is just this, I think. I probably can't even... Let's see if I can just go to the... Nope. Cannot do anything here either. It just is. Cool. That is game done. All probably yes. Because we are done. Game completed. What's next? Next up will be another game. Not Sherlock Holmes, because I am a variety streamer. But in any case. But if you're watching this on YouTube, please do drop a like or a comment or even subscribe or share if you want to. It would truly help. And thank you so much for watching. Hopefully see you again in the next game next time.